We are going through all 11 of Taylor Swift's track ones, and I'm giving you a book rec for each one. Hi, I'm Lacey, I love to read, and I also love Taylor Swift. Thanks for coming to my channel. Today I have 11 book recommendations for you, all inspired by Taylor Swift songs. And instead of doing one album at a time, I thought I would do each track at a time. So when we get to track 5, it's gonna be rough, but we are starting with track 1, so let's get into it. Also, everyone interprets songs differently, and they interpret books differently as well, in my opinion. And I would love to hear, if you disagree with me, I'd love to hear what you think fits those lyrics better, because I'd love to hear it, and I love to talk about Taylor Swift and books. Okay, so track 1 from debut is Tim McGraw, and Tim McGraw very much gives me a small town, second chance romance, like you grew up loving this person, like your childhood love. And the book I have for this song is Say You Still Love Me by K.A. Tucker. This is a second chance romance, and it goes dual point of view from when they were falling in love when they were younger, and then them kind of falling back into love as adults. And it's also set in like summer camp, which is very Tim McGraw vibes in my opinion. And I just think that this is such a good book that kind of embodies Tim McGraw, and I just love the song. So Tim McGraw, we have Say You Still Love Me. Next up is Fearless, and Fearless is one of my favorite songs ever from Taylor Swift. I just love that song. My shirt that I wore for the Eras tour was inspired by Fearless. Well, it's this Fearless lyric, and I just love Fearless. And I think Fearless is like the quintessential romance in a song. I just think it's such a beautiful song. It's so fun. It gives me such nostalgia. I have picked Beach Read for Fearless, and here is why. So there's a lot of lyrics in Fearless that I think relate to Beach Read. Beach Read is a story about January and Gus. They knew each other in college. They end up being in the same small town in cabins right next to each other. They decide to write each other's genre. So he writes literary fiction and she writes romance. So she does a lot of things and takes him on a lot of dates as research to show him like what romance is. And I just feel like all of those dates is Fearless in a song. So some of the lyrics that I picked were, I don't know why, but with you I dance in a storm in my best dress. And if you know, you know. And when she says, it's the first kiss, it's flawless, really something, it's fearless. Their first kiss very much gives that vibe. And I just love this book, and I think this book is so beautiful and nostalgic, which gives me the same vibes as Fearless. And now we're moving on to Speak Now, and Speak Now's first song is Mine. Mine is also an excessively nostalgic song for me. Like I hear that song and I am brought back to elementary school. And I feel like Mine is very much like second chance. It's very much small town, a beautiful love story. And so the book I picked for Mine is Evermine, which honestly goes so well with the song. Evermine is a small town romance about Everly and Hawk, and they are coming back together. They grew up in the same small town, they fell in love. Things happened, they broke up, and now she is the sports psychologist for his team, and she is fixing him, as his coach says, back in their hometown. The lyrics too is, she was a flight risk with the fear of falling, and if that is not Everly, I don't know what is. Like, this book is mine. And moving on to Red. So Red's first track is State of Grace, and State of Grace to me is very much like a will they, won't they, an unexpected love, and two people who are like broken coming together. And I feel like that song is This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. Soledad just got through a divorce. She's not looking for love right now. She's honestly rebuilding her entire life. And Judah's also gone through a lot of things. He's also divorced. There's just a lot going on in their story, and I feel like there's a lot of lyrics that make me think of both of them. I Never Saw You Coming, very much what happened in this book. Mosaic Broken Hearts, they both have a lot of things they're dealing with and kind of healing from. And I just think this song very much embodies State of Grace. And then, as we all know, track 1 in 1989 is Welcome to New York. And honestly, I don't have a lot of books set in New York, and I do have some like historical fiction, but I felt like they did not embody what Welcome to New York was, which is basically like a person going there, having all these opportunities, and like the world is your oyster. The only book that I thought gave me that vibe that I've read is The Third Gilmore Girl by Kelly Bishop. And it is her memoir about kind of her career leading up to Gilmore Girls, and then a lot about Gilmore Girls as well. But a lot of it is set in New York and about her changing careers and making a new name for herself. And I thought that that was just the closest embodiment I could get to Welcome to New York. And we have moved on to Reputation, and I was really excited for the song. Ready for It is the first track in Reputation, and I love Ready for It. I love the bridge where she screams in the middle of the night in my dreams. Like, I love that part so much. And when I was reading A Court of Wings and Ruin, Honestly, like I could hear that song blasting in my head when they were in war. Like I could literally hear it. Like so many lyrics in that song just really embody that. Even like middle of the night in my dreams, you should see the things we do, like Reese and Feyre, absolutely. And like even like knew he was a killer the first time that I saw him, like that is very much Reese and like I see where this is gonna go. Like my girl Elaine, she knows. It is just so many lyrics from that song can go towards this book. Like it's just crazy. When I listened to it, thinking about books, I was like, this is A Court of Wings and Ruin. And this is the third book in the ACOTAR series. I'm just gonna tell you, it's gonna be a little spoiled because it's the third book, so it starts off in a place you wouldn't understand. Basically, Feyre goes back to the Spring Court, learns information, goes back to the Night Court, and then the war is impending. And so Feyre and Rhysand have to figure out what to do and how to not lose this war. It's so good, but very much ready for it. And I definitely think that there's a lot of comparisons you can make of this book. Okay, and then Lover, we get to the first track, which is I Forgot That You Existed. And I took a very ironic kind of play with this one because I picked The Lies I Tell by Julie Clark. And this is a thriller about two con women. They're both trying to seek revenge, but they're going after different people. So one of them is going after the other con woman, and the other con woman is going after something that I will not tell you because it is a part of the story and you have to figure that out. But basically they're both going for revenge. It's just they're going after different people. The reason I picked it with I Forgot That You Existed is because the first con artist has played a part in the other con artist's life and she literally forgets who she is. There's no recollection of that person and what she's done. And I think also with the other con artist, like she forgets that she existed and it's so nice. And then she's back. And what is she gonna do? She can't forget anymore. Now she has to deal with this problem. Definitely thought of it more of like an ironic way. Like they forgot that they existed and now they're back. And also the line of got out some popcorn as soon as my rep started going down, and the part that one of the con women played for the other is kind of like, yeah, you enjoyed ruining my life. So I definitely think that was like the best I could do with that song. And then next up we have The One, and for Folklore, that's the first song. I love The One. The One is a song that is very much, I mean, the lyrics tell it all, like, would have been fun if you would have been the one, so you lost someone. It's very much like right person, wrong time over and over again, and I feel like that is so Normal People by Sally Rooney. I didn't love this book. I know a lot of people did, so that's why I definitely want to make sure I still recommend it, but this book is about Connell and Marianne. They're together and they're not, and they're together and they're not, over and over and over. Connell is very cool and popular, and Marianne is very isolated, and a lot of people don't like her in high school, and then things shift when she goes to college. So she becomes the person that's more popular. He becomes someone more isolated and lonely. They continue to miss each other. So I feel like this song is very much Normal People. We are on the third to last one. We are on Evermore. Evermore's first track is Willow, and Willow to me is a very, well, it's a beautiful song, but I think very much of a hardened female main character who doesn't let people in a lot. And that's why I chose Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I think that this book is a great embodiment of Willow. It's about Reese and Sadie is taking custody over her brothers. She is working, she's ice skating, she's doing so much, and she's not letting anyone in. And Reese is a star hockey player at the same college, and he is going through a lot of mental health problems. So he is having anxiety attacks. He doesn't want to get back on ice because he got hurt on the ice, and so he's having a lot of PTSD. And I just feel like this song is very much Reese and Sadie. Okay, and then we are on to Midnights, and we're at Lavender Haze. And I chose the henna artist for this because Lavender Haze to me is about women going against societal norms and like being true to yourself and not just doing what everyone says you're gonna do. And what better than the henna artist? Okay, first of all, there's many reasons I picked the henna artist. Number one, she says the 1950s shit they want from me. This is set in the 1950s, so I took it very literal at that moment. However, Lakshmi ran from a really bad arranged marriage. She is making a name for herself in Jaipur, and she is doing henna for the wealthy women, and she's about to make her own home, and then her sister unexpectedly shows up. And her sister, she had no idea she had a sister, so a lot has to change, but she's still trying to fight these societal norms, and I feel like it very much made me think of Lavender Haze. The last book we have is for the Tortured Poets Department. The first song on the album is Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I picked Every Last Secret by A.R. Torre. This book is about a woman who is living her best life. She lives in this great neighborhood, has a great husband. Her life is great. Then neighbors move in next door, and the wife starts to become infatuated with her husband. So for that wife that is infatuated with the other woman's husband, like, your wife waters flowers, I want to kill her. Like, she is after that man and she wants him, and she will do what it takes to get that man and have her own perfect life. And I just feel like the vibe of the song is very thriller-esque, and so I feel like this book is a great representation of Fortnite. And those are all the books I have to recommend to you based on Taylor Swift's first tracks of her albums. Let me know if you have any other books you'd recommend for those songs, and I can't wait to see you in the next Taylor Swift track video. I'll be doing track 2s, so let me know if you have any recs for those as well. But thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching my video, and I hope that the books you read bring you joy.